willing to bet you've got some photo corners in your crafty stash. Photo corners are a great way to display or use photos that you don't want to damage with adhesive. But when I saw these bright and shiny glitter photo corners, I got a great idea. So I made these cards. Now, these cards do not look like they were made from photo corners, because what I did is I created some patterns with my photo corners, and I'm going to show you just how to do that. We're going to work on this pattern right here. It's really simple. So you just have to pick what color of photo corner you want to work with, and I think I am going to go for the silver. And this is also a great thing to do when you've got leftover photo corners and you're not quite sure and you want to work your way through your stash, because I believe in using your stash. And all I'm going to do, because these are self-adhesive, is pull it off and put one down onto a blank card. I don't think about whether it's straight, I don't measure it, I don't worry, I'm just having fun. And then I'm just going to line them up against each other. And these little triangle shapes are going to fit together to create a square right at the center. And again, you're not worrying about it. This is a great thing to do with kids because they don't have to think or do anything. I remember those old school photo corners that you had to lick the back of. This is so much easier. Now, to create my image, I can add on black to black, and that creates a nice seamless line here. And again, you know, you're being a little bit careful to somewhat line it up, but overall the eye wants to create patterns, and so it's simply going to connect it without you really having to do any work at all. And again, I just am doing everything. If I do it on one side, I do it on the other side, and I just keep rotating the card so that I don't even have to think about where I'm going next. And then guess what? Because everything is 90-degree right angles, this lovely corner is going to fit so easily right into that slot. Perfection. And you know what? If you make a mistake, which I like to call a creative opportunity, it doesn't matter, no one will know. And they'll be amazed at this fabulous glitter card that you've made. So I'm going to keep adding in my corners, and you can see that I have my very first medallion. Now the question is, how does this become an overall pattern? Well, I'm so glad you asked that question because I've got an answer for you. All you need to do is go right off the edge and then trim it. So let me show you what I mean. So if I continue this here, and then I have a photo corner that just comes in right like that. And remember that original square shape that we made by putting 4 into the center, just like so? So I've just repeated what we did at the very beginning. And now see how it's hanging off the edge here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some scissors, flip the card over to the back, and now I can trim that off. And you can save those excess bits if you want to use for other things, or you can discard of them. And of course, there's so many variations. You can mix the colors, do all sorts of fun stuff. But I want to bring your attention to this last card over here with the cute little house embellishment. That is also made with a photo corner and super easy to do. What I did, and you could use a punch, a die cut, cut this electronically, however you want. I simply placed a photo corner down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some pens, anything that you have around. I'm going to draw a little heart on it. And we're going to add a little chimney. And I feel like this would be perfect for a housewarming card or anything like that, because in no time, right, I've made this fabulous little embellishment. I simply take a blank card, stick this right on. You could even put some foam adhesive under there to lift it up. And how about a scrapbook page about your first home, about missing home, but anything like that? These would be perfect embellishments. There are so many ways to use photo corners. Just think out of the box, get creative with your stash, and use it up. And I'll be right back with one last idea.